40 more. What's up, guys? Jeff Cavalier, ATHLEAN-X.com.
And Jesse.
What are you doing with that?
Cool myself off.
Why don't you try drinking it?
It's not a bad idea.
So today we're talking about a simple bodyweight workout routine. Actually, Mike Tyson's bodyweight workout routine. Because believe it or not, Mike Tyson, back in his heyday, literally built his body using mostly calisthenics. As a matter of fact, he didn't even touch weights until he left jail. And on that note, guys, we're talking about Mike's athletic ability here. Obviously, his personal conduct outside the ring got him in trouble, and a lot of people have different opinions about that. We're here to talk strictly about his athletic abilities because, as I said, in his heyday, he was at the top of the kingdom, right? The king of the jungle. That being said, Jesse wanted to see if he could be king of the jungle. He tried Mike Tyson's bodyweight workout routine. Tried it.
Tried it.
How'd you do?
Keyword. I don't think I did so well.
All right, so let's show him exactly what you did.
Well, if you're going to show him, you better speed this up because it takes a while.
We might have to speed it up just a tad. But guys, let's break it down here, exactly what Mike was doing, exercise by exercise. I mean, pal, you okay here? We're talking about some sit-ups, some bench dips, some push-ups, a couple shrugs, a couple squats. And this is what we're talking about?
You tried 5 times, big guy.
How many times?
5.
I mean, you did have the option to do it 10 times, half the amount.
Yeah, 10 times.
Guys, what Mike actually did, I'm picking on Jesse. This was his final round of what we're talking about here. Mike would break it down into chunks throughout the day. Little bite-sized pieces, right? And he would either do 50 or 100 bench dips, 50 or 100 push-ups, right? If he was doing it 5 times, he'd do the higher number. If he was doing it 10 times, he'd do the lower number. 50 to 100 weighted shrugs, 100 to 200 of those grueling sit-ups that Jesse was doing, and he would do 100 to 200 squats. I will say, Jesse, you kind of got off easy. I didn't see you do the Mike Tyson squat workout.
Oh, I did it. You want to roll it?
Oh, we did that too?
Oh, we did that too.
Oh, let's look at that.
Run it.
All right, so what Jesse's referring to here is the Tyson squat workout that he did with just a simple deck of cards, right? And what we do is we just lay 10 cards down on the ground. And the first thing he does is he squats down.
And I pick up the card.
Then he slides over just a couple inches.
Yep.
And he squats down again. And
I put that card down.
Okay, so now he goes down and picks up.
I pick up the first card, and then I squat back down, and I pick up the second card.
So then you slide over.
And then I put down a card, squat, put down a card, squat, pick up a card, squat, pick up a card, squat, pick up a card.
Right, so now you're at 5.
Yep.
So you worked his way up, so where he ultimately was done, he was doing 19 squats at the end to drop all 9 cards down and then pick all 10 of them back up, and there was his 100 total repetitions.
Yes.
So he'd work his way up to 100 and then sometimes even work his way back down. But that is the way that he actually started to attack the squats and make them a little bit more interesting. Now, how does this work? Does it even work at all? Well, let's talk about it. So what's the verdict? Jesse, does it work?
Oh, it definitely works.
We're not going to judge based off of Jesse, but what I will tell you, that we're not going to judge based off of Mike Tyson either, guys. I will tell you this, don't ever underestimate the power of calisthenics or bodyweight training. When it comes to building a better physique and being explosive and being strong and athletic, you can do all the above with bodyweight exercises. As a matter of fact, I mentioned strength. There are some exercises that are so challenging for people to be able to do. Let's just say, throw one out there, a few one-arm chin-ups, right? There's things that can test your strength as well. However, what most people do is they use them for conditioning. They use them for like lighter exercises as burnout exercises. Don't limit them to just that. You can build muscle if you program your calisthenics exercises properly. That being said, guys, he would ride a bike like Jesse's doing here, just ride a stationary bike. But what he did was he would up the intensity of the bike. The pedal resistance was set high, and he still would try to pedal at a fast rate for 20 to 30 to sometimes up to 40 minutes. Yeah. And you can blow your quads up and your hamstrings by simply riding on a stationary bike as long as you're willing to up the resistance level. Again, something people don't often do. They keep the resistance low, they pedal for a long duration, and they use it as a calorie burner.
Well, they're going for a Sunday ride.
They're going for a Sunday ride. Not Mike Tyson, and neither should you. And lastly, guys, we'd be remiss not to talk about Mike's weight loss because, as you know, he's getting ready for his fight, as I mentioned in the beginning here, with Roy Jones Jr., and he's lost a ton of weight, as you can see here from these photos. The fact is, Mike is actually back to eating meat. For a while, it was known that he had become a vegan, which helped him lose over 100 pounds. But now he's back to eating meat, and he's eating it more responsibly, according to him. He's avoiding processed foods. A lot of the stuff that you hear us talk about here. Right? I don't think he's eating gummy bears, Jesse. The fact is he's getting himself in tip-top shape by caring about his nutrition. The other thing is he's talking about doing additional conditioning and cardio every day for 2 hours. I will tell you this, guys. I'm going to be straight about this. You don't have to do that in order to be ripped and lose weight. I talk about it all the time. The more you're willing to get your nutrition in check, the less of that you're going to have to do. Now, that being said, your heart is extremely important as an athlete and as a human being. So you should treat it well, and you should condition it, and you should train it like you train your other muscles. Obviously, Mike's got this down with 2 hours of a day of conditioning work, but it's just not necessary when it comes to being lean. You could be very low on the spectrum in terms of using any type of conditioning. However, you still have to be very dialed in then in terms of your nutrition if you're going to go that route. All right, so there you have it, Mike Tyson's bodyweight workout, and I think, Jesse, I think you're ready to take him on, man.
Yeah, you mean a 100-pound difference?
It doesn't matter. This is a tune-up fight for him. You be the real main event.
No.
You know what? I know Mike. No. I'm going to actually tell him, and we're going to set this up. So, guys, there we have it. If you're looking for programs where we can get a bodyweight-only training program, you can find it over at ATHLEAN-X.com. If you found the video helpful, leave your comments and thumbs up below. In the meantime, I got a phone call to make. I'll be back here in a couple days. Guys, make sure you subscribe and turn on your notifications so you never miss a new video when we put one out. See you, Jesse.